5 unique marketing lessons that the best movie ever can teach you, plus 3 bonus lessons just for you, plus a worksheet that will help you implement these marketing lessons so that your marketing messages can have near universal appeal. Let's dig into it. Okay, so I want to give you a quick overview of the article just to review and recap even if you've read it already. And then let's dig into the 3 bonus lessons, and then I'll briefly go over the worksheet for you, okay? So this is an article that I don't really know if anyone's really going to like it or care about it. I mean, it's taking something that's a bit more abstract, a movie, and applying it to marketing and sales, right? But I hope you got something out of it. I hope that's part of why you're even watching this video in the first place. And so I'll do hopefully I've done my best to kind of, I guess, sell you on the benefits of making the connection between the two here. So the first lesson or the first connection that I was able to make after I saw this movie was, let's move this down here. Okay. The almost blank canvas technique, or how to violate expectations of your audience in a positive way. Now, when I say audience, obviously I mean the audience in the movie theater, but also your audience if you're involved in building your own audience around your website and your brand. If not, then just insert the word customers there. So there you really want to kind of look around at what other people are doing in the market and try to go where other people aren't in order to establish kind of a unique beachhead, if you will, as an entry point into the market or as a key leverage point that you can build up over time and build around. The second one, and just to give an example of that, so my friend George Kao, he is a B2B marketer, but recently he actually made a switch where he's kind of decentralized all of his content, even all of his premium training offerings in many cases. The only thing that I think he really charges for right now is his one-on-one coaching programs. It's a bold move. It's new. He's going to uncharted territory. I really respect George for doing that. I am not doing that, at least not yet. I'm kind of see how it pans out for him. But it's a great example of how kind of a unique way to build goodwill in the market. Another way is in many markets still, many markets are and competitors and players in different industries are not very sophisticated with how they use internet marketing. Many don't use autoresponders, for example. And in my article last week where I spoke about content marketing, or rather marketing automation, I gave you the example of Kelly Kamek from Apollo Answering Service and how she was applying autoresponders to her answering service business. Lesson number 2, the journey. So as you're kind of building your audience, especially, I mean, this is more so applicable if you are blogging or doing any kind of content marketing, you want to structure it in a way that's going to bring people along for the ride with you, because people really like the idea of shared experience. Lesson number 3, psychological effect. This is something that I learned way back in high school in AP Psych. It's the idea that repeated exposure to new or novel ideas increases liking over time. So if you have a new or unique message, the repetition of that message or that perspective, and just kind of letting your genuine brand and personality flow out into the things that you create, whether that's into your website design or into the articles that you write or the emails that you send, that's going to have a positive effect over time. So you might want to consider increasing the frequency with which those messages actually get exposure to your target market, whether that's through your email marketing, by blogging more, or by putting out other types of content through different media and mediums. Lesson number 4, universal appeal. So this one was very, I think, very striking if you actually see the movie. The idea of universal appeal and why it works so well in this movie is that it's kind of about the human existence and human journey through life. You know, there are certain kind of stages of life and experiences that many of us have, and for that reason, the movie is particularly memorable. So in terms of incorporating this into your marketing, you know, how can you do that? Well, I think that one tactic that's pretty easy to implement that can kind of even just help to shift your perspective in this direction is to use the word you more in your writing, in your copywriting, in your blog articles, because you really want to keep the focus on the person to whom you're writing, and just kind of by doing that, you know, you're going to look at it more and more as a conversation. You're going to keep it focused on the question, am I delivering value to this person or not? And moreover, the whole experience for you is going to be just more human in general, and therefore have universal appeal. Lesson number 5, authenticity and raw human emotion. So this lesson, I felt pretty much all the other lessons are built on top of, because without genuine, the genuine expression of a personality, where you just feel like someone is being straightforward with you, and it's not fake, or it's not preconceived. You know, that goes a long way towards building trust and building a relationship with anyone. Particularly in this movie, it builds a relationship, even though it's a one-way conversation between the audience and the characters on the screen. So if you want to learn more about how you can do this, you might want to check out one of my marketing heroes, Frank Kern. He has an extended seminar video on this on YouTube, which I embedded here in the article. All right, so now let's dig into the 3 bonus lessons. I'll just touch on each of these briefly. So bonus lesson number 1, dare to be different. This movie is really a crowning achievement of cinematic art. And I say that because even though it doesn't appear as though maybe it might even be released on a national scale in terms of, you know, going into all the major movie theater chains, it's really just in independent movies right now. I am very confident that it's going to stand as one of the best movies of all time, because they took a new idea and they ran with it, and it was unique, and no one had really done this before. No one had really filmed a movie over the course of 12 years where you could see the characters age individually. It's really compelling. The second bonus lesson, taking your time. So this relates to the dare to be different in the fact that the movie took over a decade to make. But in this case, in order to be different, you know, you sometimes have to not worry so much about launching right away. You know, take your time to get the message right, so that if you are doing something unique, it's expressed in a way that is clear, that is that's not what's the word here? That's not fudged in any way. There's no, I guess, if you're writing an article that you feel is really unique, there's no typos, there's no distractions. It's just it's a focus on what is the message, what is the content, and what makes the story or the whole, you know, kind of bigger picture behind this content unique. And finally, bonus lesson number 3, simplicity. At its core, this movie is extremely simple. There's no special effects. There are no stunts, I believe. It's really just a collection of scenes from the lives of these imagined characters. And I mean, no one gets shot. There's no explosions. The world is not a threat. You know, if you watch 24, you don't have Jack Bauer running around trying to deactivate a nuclear device or something like that. It's very simple, and often simplicity to a viewer, to a customer, to your audience is very endearing. And I think that's really just a key point worth highlighting. And the final thing I'm just going to breeze through right now is the movie marketing lessons worksheet that I put together for you. It's simple itself. Speaking of simplicity, I didn't want to give you anything that was too complex, overwhelming. I want it to be useful to you. So basically, I just kind of framed each of these lessons as a question and gave you some blanks to fill in. So you want to go ahead, fill in those blanks so that you can kind of understand how to, using the examples I put out in the article, how to apply this to your marketing so that it has more universal appeal and more people like it and connect with it. All right, well, thanks as always for watching, and hope to see you in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and this article, please share it with friends and colleagues. Thank you.